The Trump administration forced to sue the state of California after they refused to follow his executive order barring biological males from women's sports. And they're not the first. The Justice Department has filed another lawsuit against Maine and put Washington State and Minnesota under investigation for violations. But our next guests are teaming up to force schools to comply with Trump's order and protect women in sports. Kentucky Congressman Andy Barr joins us now, along with Outkick's Gains for Girls host Riley Gaines. It's great to see you both. Congressman Barr, I want to start with you on this. So we've seen somewhat similar legislation pass the House but get voted down in the Senate. What does your bill do differently, and do you think you can get it past the finish line in the Senate?
Well, thanks for having me on the program, and it's great to be with my constituent, All-American University of Kentucky swimmer Riley Gaines, and we're so grateful for her advocacy on this issue. The bottom line is that biological boys do not belong in girls' sports, period. Biological men do not belong in the private spaces of our girls and daughters. And this bill, Defending Girls Athletics Act, would give the Trump administration the tools to enforce President Trump's executive order denying federal funds to school districts and institutions of higher education that do not follow his executive order. We've seen these lawsuits in the states where recalcitrant liberal leaders who refuse to protect our girls are fighting the Trump administration. This legislation would give the administration the leverage to enforce the executive order and protect our girls.
You know, Riley, I know when you first got into this fight, you were alone. Now you've got the cavalry behind you, as evidenced by being with the congressman today. You know, I think what he said was important. It's also about protecting women's sports, which is what we're discussing, but also protecting those private spaces as well. And I know I've interviewed you before and just talking about the violation that women feel when men enter locker rooms.
That's right. Of course, I think anyone with eyes, or at least a shred of integrity, of a moral compass, of an ounce of honesty, can see the unfairness, of course, when you have a 6'4" man competing with a 5'5" woman. But what you couldn't possibly understand is the feeling of total violation and betrayal when you're in an intimate area like a locker room, fully undressed, again, next to said 6'4" man who's also fully undressed. This is who Congressman Barr is working to protect. It's young girls who are forced to every single day still continue to live this real life scenario. I mean, again, this isn't like some South Park episode or Saturday Night Live skit anymore. This is real life, and it's being perpetrated and continued to be pushed forward by Democratic elected leaders. People like Governor Newsom, people like Governor Mills, people like Governor Beshear in Kentucky. These are the people who are allowing for this to happen. But people like Congressman Barr, people like, of course, President Trump, they have said, no, enough is enough. This isn't going to happen on our watch. And I know I'm grateful for that. I know the daughter who I will have born just in a few months, that's who we're fighting for. And that's who the Democrats are pushing back against.
Yeah, I was going to say this is personal for both of you. Riley, you are pregnant with a beautiful baby girl. And Congressman, I know you've got two girls, so this is personal and important for both of you. And also 12-time All-American right there with Riley Gaines. Congressman Barr, Riley Gaines, great to see you both. Important fight. Appreciate the work that you guys are